There's something incredibly satisfying about a steaming bowl of tonkotsu ramen. Is it the rich porky broth? Or perhaps it's the springy noodles and perfectly cooked egg? Whatever it is, tonkotsu ramen has captured hearts and stomachs worldwide. Good news! You don't need a trip to Japan to enjoy it. With a little patience and this guide, you can create magic in your own kitchen. This recipe breaks down each step, making it easy for even beginner cooks to tackle. We'll explore the ingredients, the why behind each step, and tips for maximizing flavor. Get ready to impress yourself and your taste buds with a bowl of homemade tonkotsu ramen that rivals the best. Before we embark on our ramen making adventure, let's gather our ingredients. Don't be intimidated by the list. Many items are pantry staples. For the broth, you'll need pork bones, femur or neck bones are ideal, water, aromatics like garlic and ginger, and seasonings like soy sauce and salt. For the noodles, opt for fresh ramen noodles for the most authentic experience. Dried noodles work too, but cook them according to package directions. For the toppings, this is your chance to get creative. Popular choices include sliced pork belly, marinated soft-boiled eggs, scallions, nori seaweed, and bamboo shoots. The heart of any good tonkotsu ramen is the broth, and ours starts with pork bones. Give them a good rinse under cold water. This removes impurities that can cloud the broth. Place the rinsed bones in a large stock pot and cover them with cold water. Bring the water to a boil over high heat. As it heats, you'll notice scum rising to the surface. Skim this off with a ladle or spoon. This step ensures a cleaner, purer broth. Section 4. The slow dance of flavor, simmering the broth. Once the broth comes to a boil and you've skimmed off the scum, reduce the heat to maintain a gentle simmer. Add your aromatics, smashed garlic cloves, ginger slices, and the white parts of scallions to the pot. Now comes the waiting game. Tonkotsu broth needs time, at least 6 hours, but preferably 8 to 12 hours, to develop its signature richness and depth. Keep the broth at a low simmer, covered, and resist the urge to stir it too much. This allows the collagen and fat from the bones to break down, creating a creamy, emulsified broth. Section 5. Achieving noodle nirvana, cooking the ramen. While the broth simmers, let's talk noodles. Fresh ramen noodles cook quickly, usually in 2 to 3 minutes in boiling water. Cook them according to package instructions. Once cooked, drain the noodles and rinse them under cold water to remove excess starch. For the best texture, cook the noodles right before serving. This ensures they're perfectly al dente and don't turn soggy in the broth. Section 6. The art of assembly, building your tonkotsu masterpiece. The broth has simmered to perfection, the noodles are cooked, and your toppings are prepped. It's time to assemble your masterpiece. Start by dividing the cooked noodles into bowls. Ladle the hot broth over the noodles, making sure to get a good amount of the flavorful fat that has risen to the top. Now for the fun part, arranging the toppings. Arrange your sliced pork belly, marinated egg, scallions, nori, and any other toppings you fancy. Don't be afraid to get creative and add your personal touch. Section 7. A symphony of flavors. Enjoying your ramen creation. Congratulations, you've made tonkotsu ramen at home. Take a moment to appreciate the fruits of your labor. The rich, porky aroma, the vibrant colors of the toppings, the anticipation of that first slurp. As you take your first bite, notice the interplay of textures and flavors. The creamy broth, the springy noodles, the tender pork belly. It's a symphony of flavors that will leave you wanting more.